Good morning, brothers and sisters. Hello, hello. Good morning. What a beautiful Sunday morning God has blessed us today, and I'm so glad that you're able to be here and join us for our Sunday service. So I'd just like to go over a few announcements before we start. And of course, we want to offer thanks to our Middlesex County volunteers. So let's give them a round of applause to all the volunteers coming from the Middlesex and Southern Jersey area, helping out with ushering, greeting, in the kitchen, setting up, and also we'll be serving lunch after our service is done. So let's go to the next announcement. We have, at the same time that our service is going on, actually, first off, we want to just announce about the petition. So this is, maybe you've heard multiple times. Okay, and to share a little bit more about the situation of surrounding this petition of fighting for the religious freedom in the country of Japan, I'd like to invite up our sister, Mrs. Noriko Sprague, to be able to share a little bit about the situation. So let's welcome up Mrs. Sprague.
Thank you for this opportunity to, I'm sure everyone probably already signed up for a petition. So right now we have an issue in our church in Japan. Has some situation and persecution and has a court. It's coming up on the 25th, this coming Tuesday. And so we are trying to bring out a voice for the religious freedom. And actually we're trying to collect this petition for sign from internationally, and trying to bring for religious freedom issue from the internationally and from U.S. So I know you have done already, but we are trying to actually even going out to reach out our some neighbor and street, and actually people really, in America has a response is very good, and we have about 40,000, more than 40,000, 45,000 petitions of sign is done, and so we want actually to reach as soon as possible for the 100,000 from U.S. So I really like to ask you, even your friend or relatives, and this issue, you can stand on the right for the religious freedom, and if you can participate this petition, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Noriko-san. And yeah, I have heard that in Japan, the court ruling will be decided by this coming Tuesday or in 2 days. So we really want to be able to collect as many names as possible by end of today. And maybe a little bit on Monday, tomorrow. But the time is running out, and so yeah, we want to do as best as we can as the Elder Sun Nation to support our motherland of Japan. And so next announcement, I'd like to and there's just some of the photos of our members going out this past week or this past month, handing out the flyers, letting people scan the QR code to sign the petition online. And so at the same time that we're hosting service here, there's also the Filipino service right upstairs in the Magnolia Room. So if you speak Tagalog or want to be with your Filipino brothers and sisters, you can just go right upstairs in the Magnolia Room. And the following week, or next week, we will be having the Latino service. And so again, same in the Magnolia Room. So these are just some points to note. If you want to bring your friend, a guest, or just for you to enjoy the service in your own language or a different language other than English, then you may be able to join. And next, I'd like to announce that in this coming weekend, we have the Hyojung Chumbo Great Works. And so Dr. Kim, can we go back one more slide? Sorry. So Dr. Kim, Ki-Eun Kim, the president of Chuncheon of Heavenly USA, will be visiting us with his wife, and he will be attending the Korea's prayer vigil on Friday, which means it starts at 8 a.m. here in the U.S. There's some special program that's happening from an hour earlier, and so that's why we'll be starting joining the broadcast from 8 a.m. So for anyone who is interested and available, we encourage and invite you to please join us in the Chunshimon this coming Friday at 8 a.m. with Dr. Kim and the other brothers and sisters of our community. But also, I understand that in the morning, Friday morning time, you may have signed up or made an appointment for special Ansu appointments. But now that this program is happening, with Dr. Kim will be in attendance, or his couple will be in attendance, anyone who has signed up or made an appointment on Friday morning for special Ansu, we are sorry to say, but we're going to have to reschedule you another time. And so please contact our assistant pastor, Atsushi Takino, to reschedule, and so that you can still receive your special Ansu. And so, yes, that will be this coming Friday. And I already hinted and mentioned about it, but the next announcement about the Hyojan Chombo Great Works is this coming weekend. And there are 16 spots available. For the special Ansu, and 4 spots on Sunday. So please contact Pastor Takino for that. And already the forms, I hope you already made your application forms, because yesterday was the deadline, but we may be able to squeeze in today. But yeah, please get it submitted as soon as possible. And we still have spots open, spaces open, so please register online, and you can find the registration on the e-news. As well as you can go to either the satellite location of KEA or Belvedere. And we have Hyojung offering papers in the back, in the foyer, and you may be able to receive them from Eriko-san, Mrs. Endo. And I believe our final announcement is this next week, next Sunday, after Sunday service, will be your final opportunity to receive special grace. This is a special grace holy wine that True Mother has set a condition for all brothers and sisters to receive. So whether it be a returning member or someone who's been distant, or whether it be a new member, or you yourself want to be able to be cleansed of your sins and be able to prepare yourself internally, most especially before the opening ceremony of the Cheonmungung, then this is the event and the place to be, so that you'll be able to receive this special grace from our beloved Heavenly Parent. So it'll be next week at 12:30. And I believe that is all for the announcements today. Thank you. I know we had a lot more announcements than usual, but I appreciate your attention. And now we're going to be singing songs for opening songs. So if I can ask everyone to please rise, and let's join the New Jersey Family Church Band.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to church, Sunday service. It's so nice to be up here to sing. This makes me so happy to be able to sing, so I'm grateful. And yeah, so we're going to start our songs. Now the light of glory arises like the sun that shines on high. Now awaken into freedom, oh revive your spirits, oh revive. right, let's get our energy up with this song, Light in the East. If life were gracious enough. If life were gracious enough to grant my way, I would reach to the ends
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see you all. It's been a whole week since last Sunday. I've missed you. So let's start us our morning with our meet and greet. Let's share about our week. Say hi to the people around you. And for 5 minutes, let's just greet everybody that we see. All right? Everybody, let's wrap up our greetings. You guys can all sit back down. All right. Yes, thank you for all your warm welcomes of this morning. As you might have noticed, we have quite a few special guests over there. We'll introduce them later in the service. But for now, actually, because next week is going to be Special Grace and there's going to be a lot of things going on, we actually decided that we're going to celebrate March birthdays today. So let's welcome up anybody who has a March birthday. We want to come celebrate you, so come please to the front, and we'll sing happy birthday for you all. Come on, anybody whose birthday is in March. I know there's a few of you out there. All right, so as they're getting their flowers, let's all sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, brothers and sisters. Happy birthday to, one more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, brothers and sisters. Happy birthday to you. All right, everybody come in close for the picture. All right, please blow out the candle. All right, now everybody put your hands and let's cut the cake. Amazing. All right. I'm going to invite up Pastor Naokimi to pray over all of you for your upcoming year.
Okay, as traditions go, we're going to offer a prayer for our birthday. Brothers and sisters, please join me. Dear Heavenly Parent, our beloved true parents, good morning and happy Sunday. Today we wanted to just honor all of our brothers and sisters who were born in the month of March. It's already a time of spring, of new beginnings, and really, we want to take this time to appreciate each and every one of them for their presence, for their love, for their very existence. And we pray that they may have a wonderful next year, this coming year, that it may be a blessed year, a wonderful and fruitful year for them. So thank you again for having them in our lives, and we ask for your continued love and guidance to be upon them. So I offer this prayer as a senior pastor here with gratitude and in attendance to our Holy Mother Han, and in my name, Naokimi Ushiroda, a blessed family. Aju. Okay, one more time. Thank you. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Oh, you too.
All right. Happy birthday, everyone. All right, and meanwhile, as they sit down, we're also going to dismiss our Sunday school. So you guys can all go to your Sunday school rooms. I hope you have good lessons. Yep. So you can see here, pre-K to kindergarten, tulip room, first and second, lilac room, third and fourth to the kids room, fifth and sixth, the conference room, and seventh and eighth to the parsonage. All right. So now on to our special guests. Actually, I'm going to invite up Jake Lavinia, and he's going to introduce them to you. So please welcome up Jake.
Good morning, everyone. This week, we're so blessed actually to receive 10 HTG missionaries. So these are UPA missionaries, and Mother sent them here to do their internship for 2 years. And Dentiu and his team asked us to help these missionaries through the kick-off workshop. So they arrived here last Monday, and they'll be leaving actually after this service. And yeah, since then they've been plugging in all our activities, from witnessing to board game night to prayer vigil to next gen prayer vigil, giving testimonies. And yeah, without further ado, I would like to introduce all the 10 HTG missionaries. So please come in front. They are actually 11, and one is still waiting for the visa to come out. So thank you, Mr. Graham, for helping their visa. So you can introduce your name.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hikari Miyazaki. I'm from Japan. I'm 25 years old. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Good morning. My name is Anna. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Czech Republic. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hiroyo Kuroki. I'm from Japan, and I'm 23 years old. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kanako Sakaue from Japan. I'm 23 years old. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shiori from Japan. I'm 24 years old. I love New Jersey. Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Satomi Yamamoto. I'm from Japan. I'm 22 years old. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Erika. I'm from Brazil, and I'm 24 years old. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Leniva. I'm also from Brazil, and I'm happy to be with you here. Well, you all, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Hiro from Japan. I'm 24 years old. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stefan Narita. I'm from Japan and 20 years old. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, these are the 10 HTG for now. So their program, they will be preparing until a month. And after that, they will be sending to different states and do their mission for 2 years. And last night there were two missionaries gave their testimony. One of them gave their testimony about witnessing, and then the other one gave their testimony about their life of faith and their turning point. And today, I think it's good for you to hear. I was crying actually last night hearing their testimony. It just, I feel that our future is bright because we have a lot of young people ready to serve and inherit that heart of our elders. And this morning, we'd like to welcome one representative to give their testimony about their experience here in 1 week. So without further ado, let's welcome Miyazaki Hikari.
Yes, good morning once again. I'm a little bit nervous now, but I will show about my testimony for her. Yes, I will do my best. Okay. Just I prepared this testimony last night, so I couldn't memorize it. So just I will read look my memoirs. Sorry. Okay. My name is Hikari Miyazaki. I'm 25 years old, and I'm from Fukuoka, Japan. I am a member of the HTG missionary program. So before joining HTG, I was part of UPA second and spent 4 years at Sunmin University in Korea. And I was studying theology while actively participating in church activities and events for True Mother. After graduating, I began my 2-year mission in the US. We arrived late at night on March 14, and today marks our 10th day here. So from now, I'd like to share some of my reflection on my experiences and activities so far. So first of all, I sincerely thank Heavenly Parents and everyone who has supported us during our time here. So every moment, whether eating breakfast or meeting new people, was truly joyful. And although my time here was short, it was deeply meaningful, allowing me to develop a stronger heart as a missionary. I gained clarity on why Heavenly Parents sent me to America and how I should live moving forward. While living here, I had the opportunity to attend various lectures. First, the Intu's lecture helped me understand the church's structure in the US and the importance of unity among different youth organizations. Through this session, I realized the importance of working together and uniting as one in order to advance the providence of building Cheonilguk. The next day, Pastor Naokimi, came to give a lecture on leadership. Pastor Naokimi's session on leadership taught me that gratitude, filial piety, and self-awareness are essential for guiding others. It was also an opportunity to understand that being a leader requires first knowing oneself well, so that we can positively influence the church members around us. And one of the most moving moments was when Jake shared his testimony. He spoke about his experiences as a missionary, working tirelessly to establish and educate our church community despite having no foundation and facing many difficulties. Jake's powerful testimony made me cry a lot and realize the weight of being a missionary and the importance of having an unshakable bond with Heavenly Parents and true parents. It was a moment of restoration for me. I committed to carrying that same determination as I continue my missionary path. Soon, so actually, we will be heading out for about 2 weeks of fundraising. So Shinmi, one of the second gen, she gave us the detailed explanation of the key points of fundraising in the US and the purpose behind it. Thanks to this, I was able to mentally prepare myself for the journey ahead. Yes. In addition to these lectures, we also had a valuable opportunity to gather signatures for religious freedom in Japan at Montclair University. Yes, it was a really good experience for us. This experience gave me great hope because I saw that young people in America have a culture and a way of thinking that is completely different from those in Japan. Yes, maybe our member knows about Japanese people. Like in Japan, people often hold negative views toward faith and spiritual matters, so making it difficult to engage in such activities. So yeah, I could learn about many things through it. So even in this short period, I have learned and realized so much, and I have received so much love. One of the most inspiring things for me was seeing leaders like Jake and Taylor, who, despite being extremely busy, but they always carried bright smiles. Even when faced with many responsibilities and challenges, they never lost their joy. They always prioritized the heart of our Heavenly Parents and true parents. This is exactly the kind of role model I aspire to become. And even if reality is tough, do not forget to be joyful and happy. I believe this is what Heavenly Parents and true parents, they wanted to teach me through these experiences. And on the 25th, this is Japanese time, the government is expected to announce its decision regarding the dissolution of our church. As a Japanese person, it truly pains me to our church in this situation. However, at this moment, what I can do is continue gathering signatures and offering prayers. No matter what the outcome is, I will not stop. Because True Mother also, she never stopped. The reality may be difficult. And the day when we can live in a nation that free embodies Chonilgu may still feel far away. But I believe that this is the filial heart I can offer to true parents. So, however, Heavenly Parents and true parents have endured sacrifice and suffering for the sake of all humanity.
yet they never lost their joy and happiness. Knowing that following their path and embodying their love is my greatest joy. I will continue to move forward as a joyful missionary and daughter, dedicated to realizing the dream of one family under God. I am truly, and I am truly grateful to have had the opportunity to come here in New Jersey, and then I met many people who has a lot of deep loves. I'm really grateful meet you all of them. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Hikari. Yeah, I spent a good portion of my last week with them, and I really was struck by the depth of their heart and their service and their dedication towards God and towards your parents. So I hope today you guys can meet them, say hi, wish them well, and hopefully, a couple of them get to come back to Jersey later. All right, so continue on with our service. We're going to welcome up the band for their offering song.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. As I said before, so just a little bit of background for this song. I really like this song, but it's a little sad actually when you really think about what the words are. But I believe that I would imagine that throughout the past 60 years that Chumiller has been with us, she might have thought these things throughout her time, and I'm sure she still thinks these things now. And I hope you can just hear her longing heart for Chanelguk, for this kingdom to finally, it's here, but I'm sure she has a real yearning for that, and I'm sure we all do too. So yeah, especially because Chumiller knows who she is, and because she knows who she is and what her role is in this world, she really, I'm sure she's felt the song, if that makes sense. Yes, yeah. So I hope you enjoy. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a dream of mine. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and our dreams, God's dream that we dare to dream, really can come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Oh, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. If If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? All right, so please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, our precious true parents, thank you so much for this beautiful day, this beautiful Sunday, and we're just so grateful. God, sometimes it's hard to understand why we should be grateful or when to be grateful or when the right time is to just celebrate this moment and be happy. But God, as our true mother has said so many times, Chunoguk is here and we're living in this era already, and we are fulfilling your dream, or your dream is in a way already here. And God, sometimes we just need to sit back and relax and just say thank you so much for our life, for this day, for our health, for everything that you just give to us so freely. And God, I pray that we can really take ownership of all these gifts that you've given to us. And each day is such a blessing. And of course, it's hard to feel this, but God, we pray that we can just quiet our minds and just recognize all the blessings and gifts you've given to us. So thank you so much. Heavenly Parent, we love you, we thank you, and we're with you. And I pray with gratitude and attendance to Holy Mother Han. My name, Ye Janong, daughter of a blessed family. Amen. Aju.
All right, Haju. Let's give a hand to the New Jersey band. Thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Good to see you all. And yeah, today was really one thing that surprised me was during the meet and greet, the band came off the stage. And Omar came and ran up to me and gave me a hug. My goodness, I felt so much love. So thank you for that. We should continue that tradition. Also, yeah, I was really moved by the HTG missionaries, the heavily Top Gun missionaries. They are here just for a week to prepare their kind of 2-year mission here in America. So I'm not sure why they came to New Jersey, but I was grateful to have that moment. I only had like 90 minutes with them, but I could tell by their responses that each of them have a really important destiny that God has in store for them. So I was really moved to have them here. In any case, this week, actually this past Thursday, was the first day of spring. Did you know that? So we are in spring, guys. Yes, and spring is really a time of new beginnings, of longer days and blooming flowers. So it's a really exciting time. Actually, it's probably my favorite season. Yeah. Used to be the fall, but these days it's more the spring is really my favorite season. So it's a good time to also talk about the topic today, which is on really the third blessing. And we've been changing it around a little bit, but this is a third of 3 topics on the sermon series called God's Blessings. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at that today. So the third blessing is on the topic of having dominion. Having dominion. And if we go back to the Bible verse, it says, Genesis chapter 1:28, and God blessed them. And God said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it. and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Okay? So again, this blessing, this verse, is God's first kind of message to our first ancestors. He said, I want to bless you with these three things. Be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion. So last 2 weeks, we covered what it means to be fruitful, really maturing your heart of oneness with God, and to multiply. Multiply meaning multiply God's love through the family. So on that foundation, this third blessing of having dominion over all things was the final blessing that God gave to us. So just to review, the question at hand for today is, what does God mean to have dominion? I usually like to ask questions to help stimulate your own thoughts. So let me hear from the audience. What does it mean to have dominion? Yes, Ermgard. To manage and to take care of. Okay, great. Anyone else to have dominion? Yes. To take responsibility over something. Okay, so similar to manage and care of. And I think, did you want to add something, Mr. Bean? To offer the creation to God. Okay, so those are all great answers. So as we understood through the principle, there's really these three great blessings, and there's a similar pattern to each of these blessings that God gave us. It's really a blueprint for how we are meant, or how we've been designed by God to live in accordance with God's will. Okay, God's, more than just God's will, I would say God's heart. So there's a lot of circles here, but basically what it means is that there's centered on God and God's nature, God's heart. Two entities need to come into harmony with each other, and then it produces a desired result. So in the first blessing, we have fruitful. It's when our mind or our heart and our body are in oneness, centered on heaven, then we really learn to become a perfected individual. Second blessing is really between husband and wife, representing the whole half of the universe, centered on God, again, coming into harmony and creating a beautiful family. And then the third is really the relationship of us as human beings and the natural world. All of this earth and everything that God created to be in harmony with each other, centered on God's heart. That's what will create an ideal world. Very simple, right? But this was God's direction to us from the very beginning. Step 1, 2, 3. Just do this and everything will be great. Okay, easier said than done, but that is what we're trying to strive for. So in the third blessing, we're going to review the statement, have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth. So question is, I said earlier, it's a simple, beautiful vision, but how do we actually go about doing that? That's the question. So what do you guys think? How can we learn to have dominion over the birds in the air, or the animals, or the fish in the sea? What can we do to learn how to have this dominion, proper dominion? Loving them. How do you love the birds in the air and the fish in the sea? Sushi? I love sushi. What can we do? Yeah, go ahead. By taking care of their environment, right? So how do we take care of the environment for the birds? You got to learn about them. Actually, first, we need to learn from nature. Learn about nature, okay? This is really important. And it's not just about, hugging trees or, planting trees. Well, planting trees is nice. But there's a deeper reason why we should spend time in nature. Okay, it's in the Bible, Romans 1st chapter, verse 20. Ever since the creation of the world, his invisible nature, namely his eternal power and deity, has been clearly perceived in the things that have been made. So they are without excuse. There's many things you can take from this verse, but the one that I want to focus on is that we can learn through nature about God. God created creation and nature for us to be the first students of nature. So when you look at the birds, actually recently, that reminds me, we have a bird feeder right outside the window on our tree, our sakura tree. And I noticed that there were so many different kinds of birds that come. The typical brown ones, but there's also sparrows, sorry. I need to learn my birds. And then there were blue ones, blue jay, okay. And then there were red ones, cardinals, okay. And then there was this little gray one with a mohawk. Okay, maybe female cardinal. Anyway, there are many different kinds of birds, and it was amazing. It was really cute just watching them. And then the squirrel came. The squirrel came and started to eat the seeds from the bird feeder. I was like, that is not the design or purpose of this bird feeder. So I went out and I scared the squirrel away so that I could continue watching the birds. Yeah, I know, but squirrels are amazing. They know how to get to, there's a whole video series about these amazing squirrels. Anyway, back to the point. If we want to really learn to care for nature, we need to first learn, observe, and learn from nature. There's so many things we can learn from nature. One thing I really appreciate, how many of you guys actually like to take walks in nature? Okay, most of you. Yeah, actually that's how God designed us to be. And I mean, we all have different, God languages, but this was one of the fundamental ways that God designed us was to enjoy and feel God's love through nature. Yeah, it's true. And so I particularly really enjoy seeing the awesomeness of nature. One time I was in the Philippines, and was it the Philippines? I think it was. It was the Philippines. I was visiting as a missionary there, and they had this storm come. It was it turned out to be the biggest storm in a decade or something like that. And we were going up this mountain for a view, and halfway, we saw trees falling on the ground, but I was young. I was 16, 17. I was like, keep going, keep going. And so our host was terrified, but he was like, okay, let's keep going a little bit. And then we saw another mudslide, and then at one point we saw half the road caved in down the mountain, and then he was like, okay, we need to go back. And then I was like, wait, at least let's take a picture. So then we got out in the rainstorm, and then it was the first time that I witnessed vertical rain. Okay? No, horizontal rain goes like this. Vertical rain it was vertical rain going up. Like the wind was so strong, it was pushing against the wall of the mountain, and the rain was going in reverse. It was going up. And I was like, awesome! You know? So I was really excited to see this. And but my host was terrified. I was like, let's go back. And so we found our way back, and we turned on the news, and we're like, worst typhoon in Philippine history in the past 10 years. Like, oh, thank goodness. Thank you, God, for protecting us. Anyway, God's beauty. The thing about nature is that it's unadulterated with the fallen nature. It's actually original nature preserved. So when you observe and spend time in nature, you're in the midst of things that are designed and functioning in the way it was meant to function. The breeze, the tree, the stars, the animals. This is all designed in the way that God designed them. So the more you spend with nature, you can absorb this natural harmony that exists in nature. That's why it's so important for us to spend time in nature. Yeah, nature doesn't have the typical drama you see in human beings. They just are. They just exist. They just function in the way that they were designed. God's love. Yes, actually observing animals is a great way to learn about God's love. I was going to actually put a picture of my cats here, but I didn't have time. You know, my pets brought so much peace into my home. My wife used to be very stressed about many things, but even if we're angry, like in the middle of like arguing with each other, we'd be like arguing, and then the cat comes walking by. Oh, so cute. And then we'd forget about our argument, and then, you know, pet, pet, pet. And then finally, it moves away, and like, go back to arguing. But like pets, animals, it's like, you know, one thing I learned from my cat. We used to really get upset at our son for just like being so lazy and like not doing enough. It would kind of bother us, especially because both me and my wife are like very high achievers, right? And then one day it dawned upon me. I started like talking to my cat, saying, Tora, you don't do anything, but we love you. Right? And he's just so chill. Like he's like, all he does is eat, sleep, poop, you know. But we love him. So I'm like, wait a minute. If I can love my cat like this, why can't I love my son like this? Right? So anyway, there's a lot that we can learn from animals. They just exist. They are, and God designed them to function in harmony. So I really feel like animals were created for us to learn about God's love. And I shared about this earlier, but really like seeing the stars, the universe. One time actually, we were in Hawaii, in the Big Island, for a 1-week vacation. It was just me and my wife, actually. And one of the things that we wanted to do, or she wanted to do, was go and see the stars at night. So there's a place at the top of the middle of the island that you can go, where 360 degrees, it's just sky, right? And so we went there, and I don't remember any other time seeing my wife so excited. For me, I was like, it's just stars. But she was like a kid, like looking at the stars and being like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And I really felt like, you know, God designed everything to bring us this joy and this excitement and this awesomeness of God through observing nature. You guys got to go sometime. I'm telling you, Hawaii, it's great. Yeah, it's really amazing. So I really feel that nature is one of the best ways to learn and build your relationship with God and understanding God through nature. Let's see, what else we got here? Oops. 1 second. Oh, sorry. There's a quote actually from this smart guy, Albert Einstein. I believe in God who reveals himself in the orderly harmony of what exists. Albert Einstein is known as one of the most brilliant minds in history. And he recognized, or his experience has been that through all of his creations and inventions, he realized and validated, acknowledged how God must be behind all of this. And one thing to remember, though, is that human beings were also created by God. Not only that, but human beings were the final creation of God. Why did God create humans last? Why didn't he just create them first? If they're the most important, why didn't he create humans first? Yes? To create an environment where we can live, right? It's just like anyone, oh, actually I heard, anyone expecting a child? Oh, we have one. I heard of another. Anyone? No? Oh, we have another. Let's give them a hand. Congratulations. You know, as parents, when you are expecting a child, you do so much to prepare for that child. You need to get a nice place. Also, you got to put these things on all corners so that they don't bump their heads. And there's so many things you prepare. You get the diapers, you get the toys, you get the crib. Because you want to make it the best environment for your child to come. Same thing with God. God, as a parent, wanted to prepare everything. All creation, all the cute little animals, all the nice air that we can breathe so we can survive. Created everything in preparation for God's children, humanity, humans to be created. So we are really God's ultimate creation, and we should remember that. This was the environment in which God desired to love his children and live with them on earth. So Mother Moon reminds us many times, actually, that God created this beautiful environment for us to enjoy. Okay, this one, I was just reading through different quotes, and this one stood out, so I just want to read this one. To have dominion over creation, man and woman must first unite in love. Only after this can they have dominion over all things of creation. This is principle. So after getting to know God, connecting with nature, all that kind of good stuff, actually, the next step is learning to love your spouse. Interesting. Learning to love your spouse. Actually, this reminded me, yesterday we spent 5 hours working on taxes. Anyone finished their tax return yet? It's a headache. You know, but we had, what was it called? TurboTax. Anyway, I'm using it. I know your finances are simple, so. But our finances are a bit more complicated, so we really, really had to spend a lot of time. Why am I talking about taxes? It's connected somehow. Right. I felt like we needed to unite in heart first before dealing with our taxes. But we were able to do that that morning. We felt connected in heart, and then so I felt like because of that foundation, we were able to spend 5 hours to get all of our taxes done. Okay, that was a stretch. But anyway, I'm trying to connect my experience with principle. You can understand? Okay. Right. Money is one of the number one things couples argue about and break up over is money. Infidelity is number one, but money is the second thing. So it's really important to be one in heart in order to do your finances and including taxes. Okay, back to nature. So Mother talks about God creating this environment for loving us. But also, she says, we need to be responsible to take care of nature as well. That we need to really nurture and not destroy the beautiful nature that God provided for us. There's a quote in the Bible that reminds of this, Romans 8, chapter 8, verse 19 through 21. For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed, that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God. So what this verse is saying is that even the creation, the birds in the air and the fish in the sea, they're waiting for people, children of God, to actually mature to properly take care of creation. And when human beings are not mature in heart, then what do? They exploit, misuse. You know, that picture over there before was about, also half of it was a rainforest that's being cut down. And if it's just self-centered purpose in our relationship with nature, we can actually destroy nature to make money. We do, right? So really, creation is waiting for us to mature. Waiting for mature human beings that can properly take care of nature. And that's what this verse is about. So, I think that's a dolphin, but that's, there's many ways where humans can help nature. Environmentalism, there's also, right now they're creating different fish farms or preservation for different species that are going extinct. So humans can really step in to help take care and protect nature. Okay, this is the final kind of quote I want to read for you guys. This really touched me. This is from Mother Moon. When all leaders and all people in the world begin to listen to heaven's voice, become aligned like sunflowers facing the sun, and usher in the day when everyone truly becomes one family of peace, all problems will be solved. Think about it. All nations are investing astronomical amounts of money on armaments to protect their own countries. We're talking like trillions of dollars, billions and trillions of dollars on the army and weapons of mass destruction. If 1/10 of that money could be used for the people and nations consequently became prosperous, would any of these countries think of waging war? Now is the time to put aside all greed and restore this beautiful earth as original sons and daughters before it is too late. I thought this was a brilliant statement from Mother. Very practical, actually. He said, even if 1/10 of military expenses globally were actually redirected towards really serving and caring for people, then we wouldn't need to have to go to war and try to take from other countries because the people will be happy in their own country. Very simple, right? But he said what's required is for everyone, the leaders of this world, to really attend heaven. Understand God as a heavenly parent who loves all of us. If we could really get to that point, then we wouldn't need to spend so much money on military and defense and weapons, right? I know this sounds idealistic, but really the model is that of heaven, family, and peaceful world. And I really believe that this principle is so true and so powerful, but we need more and more people to practice this to make it a reality. Okay, and then final, I always try to leave you with practical tips. So here are some practical tips on practicing proper dominion. Number 1, clean your room. Okay? I don't know if it's a condition I have, but every time I see something out of order, I have to like sort it out. Or like my bedroom, if it's messy, I have to like make the sheets nice. But this step of just cleaning and organizing is part of having proper dominion over all things. You need to learn how to organize and take care of your environment. Also, if you see things messy, pick up the litter. These are just the natural inclinations that you should develop. Reduce waste. Recycle. It's like an environmental class. No, this is principle, okay? I like this one. Pray in appreciation before eating. How many guys say grace before you eat? Okay, most of you. The rest of you, shame. No. No, it's good. It's actually helpful for your digestion. If you really start with gratitude for the food that you're eating, it's less chance of indigestion, okay? Learn gardening. Actually, this one I can't really say because I don't really do that myself. Everything else I do, but not gardening. But anyway, learn about it and appreciate nature. I know I could, but it's just not my interest. But I do appreciate nature, okay? And then finally, learn budgeting. Okay, anyway, I have a whole sermon on this aspect, maybe in the future. But money also represents all things, right? So in order to have dominion over all things, not just petting your pets, but you need to learn how to manage your money. This is your responsibility. And so we want you to learn how to budget well. And if you can budget well, actually the practice of tithing becomes very natural, normal, and successful. This is principle. This is principle. So we'll talk more about that in a future sermon, on particularly on tithing. But this is all part of having proper dominion. All right, so thank you for listening. We're going to go into our reflection for this sermon. The question is, what can I do this week to practice proper dominion over all things? Okay, so let's take the next 4 minutes. Either reflect on your own, including those who are online, or turn to a neighbor and share what comes to mind. Okay, let's take the next 4 minutes and reflect. All right, let's wrap it up. Please thank your partner for sharing. Okay, so let's hear from some of our audience today. What can you do this week to practice proper dominion over all things? Would anyone like to share their commitment to have dominion? Yes, Mr. Ozawa.
I practice for I practice for clean my car. You know, I use the family car for my job for construction. Always missing. That I had the idea. I have already prepared for soap, and then how to clean up everything I have, but I didn't do it. That's why I had to do it this week. Thank you.
Wow, clean car. Okay, so Mr. Ozawa, which day of the week will you do this?
I just talked to my wife. Today we had to sit down the seat. That's why I had to do Monday for my, Monday this side, passenger side, nobody sit down. Then I thinking the Tuesday or Wednesday night, clean for driver side. Then one night, little dry, I put something, then I sit down. We discuss, for wife. That's a promise. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, very detailed. Very good, very good. Okay, cleaning the car, finally. Anyone else? What can you do to practice proper dominion this week? Anyone? Oh, I'm gonna go to the back. Yes, please say your name and share what you're gonna do.
Yeah, my name is Chanu. So recently I was watching the Damien Dunkley's course online, and in when he was explaining the third blessing, I thought it was really interesting because he the way he explained dominion was like also becoming excellent in your field and like pursuing your passion. And I thought that was interesting because I've never thought of the third blessing that way, like kind of pursuing your passion as it relates to creation. And yeah, for me, I've always like enjoyed learning things, like always curious about how the world works and how the economy works and how people relate, and psychology and biology and all these things are all things that God designed as well. So I think understanding that, like studying those things and taking this limited time we have in this earth seriously and learning those things is like very valuable. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Chanu. So one question for you is, which of those many interests are you going to start with this week?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe like human behavior and like why humans act the way they do. Yeah.
All right, so Chanu is going to study psychology this week. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. And I saw one more on this side. Oh, yeah. No, actually, let's go here. I want to hear from Asami.
So Jonathan and I, we really like gardening. So we're gonna try to work on gardening more this week. But also, we want to practice proper dominion by working on the community garden. So actually, I can't practice it until you give the okay for us to start it. The budget. So we want to practice. Yeah, we'll practice proper dominion through gardening.
Thank you, Asami. Gardening and even helping with the community garden. That's exciting. Yeah, we are planning to start a community garden. So if anyone's interested. All right, we'll go for one more bonus for today.
I wanted to give a short testimony about something I experienced with my husband yesterday. Is that okay? 3 minutes maybe, or 5, I don't know. Probably less. Well, my experience with Women's Federation event, and I went to an event at Peace Island Institute in the evening. I think so. So thank you for allowing me to give a testimony. Yesterday, I went with my husband and only a very few people, to the Her Story by Women's Federation for World Peace. So the Her Story is an award to giving to women who doing something extraordinary, usually coming out of hardship. And we had 4 honorees, and I was so amazed by their journey. They were all very different. And because of what they experienced either in their life or their passion or their faith in God, they went out of their comfort zone and do things for others. And I wish more people would have come to that event, because you would have been amazed by the story of the ladies and how they got connected to Women's Federation and then later to our 2 parents. And one other thing I wanted to testify about is there were 2 Muslim ladies. One of them was like 7 years in Haiti and doing service projects. Wow. And their boy, they're from Turkey, so their boy is light, right? What? But because he was born there and he grew up with the people that helped, shelter, food, and schools, he said, "Mama, I don't like that I'm yellow and I have straight hair. I want the hair from the way the others have." And she interpreted that as that he was so united with them, and just as there was no barrier. And the other Muslim lady did counseling work in a refugee camp at the border between Syria and Jordan. And what she told us when she interviewed these ladies and listened to them, they always started with a special, I don't remember the name of that prayer. It's praising God, thanking God, all merciful. They have like this set prayer. And then they told their traumatic story, and then when they finished, they did it again with that same prayer. And I wanted to share that part. I was so moved because Muslims and in Islam, the faith itself, they get a very bad rap overall in our societies because of some few bad apples, right? So the respect, and then in the evening, Tindler and I, we went to an iftar dinner, which is the breaking of the fasting of the 30-day fast in Ramadan with that Peace Island Institute. And it was very educational. It's our second time we did that.
Turn it off.
And yeah, so I'm grateful for Women's Federation doing this award and to be reaching out to other people.
All right, thank you, Irmgard. Quite a story. Actually, based on some of the responses, it did occur to me that there was one other aspect about this third blessing that's really important, and that is that having dominion over all things, in the end, comes down to really mastering your own unique creativity. God gave us the power to co-create, and it's really important having dominion is not generic, it's actually unique. So, of course, there's the basic universal things like cleaning your room and stuff like that and your budgeting, but there's also a unique way you can have dominion over all things by honing in on and developing your unique strengths that you can offer this world. And some people use that strength to also care for others and create their own mission to serve this world. So that's a really important aspect of the third blessing, that if you expand on this foundation, you can really be a contribution to society. Okay? So with that in mind, just final homework for this week is, if I can get this to work. By the way, we do have these cards, which if you haven't got one yet, please fill them in. This is the sermon series attendance cards. And if you can fulfill all these, you will get a nice prize at the end. So homework is spend time in nature this week and take time to appreciate it. With that said, thank you everyone for joining today and listening, and have a great week. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening, and we're going to now do our tithing. So, yeah, while we sing this song, please feel free to come up and offer your tithe at these boxes. Please stand also. Thank you.
In the kingdom of our hearts, where dreams like rivers flow, lives a man of many years. He's always there, you know. When the lights have all gone out and you are snug in bed, on a journey to the kingdom, you are softly led.
closing song now. Yeah. I'm so blessed, hallelujah, I'm blessed, I'm so blessed, hallelujah, I'm blessed. Trouble knocking at my door today, I ain't gonna let it in. Worry wanna steal my joy away, I ain't gonna let it win. Cause on my best day, I'm a child of God. On my worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day, and you're the reason why I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed. So blessed. Hallelujah, blessed. I'm so blessed. And when I count the problems that I see, hope looks all gone. But when I count the ways you're good to me, you got me counting all day long. I'm so blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed. On my best day, I'm a child of God. On my worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day, and you're the reason why. On my best day, I'm a child of God. On my worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day, and you're the reason why. I'm so blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. If I got you, Lord, I'm so blessed. I'm blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And we'll see you downstairs. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Check. Check 1 2.